What comes in the financial cybercrime? Phishing, credit card fraud, online banking, investment scams, these all falls under the cybercrime. Hacker will hack the data sitting somewhere and accessing someone else's data without their knowledge. Malware is nothing but some malicious softwares that will be installed in your computer without your knowledge, so that the attacker or the hacker can make use of it. Hello everyone, welcome to the session on cybersecurity for 5th semester BCom. Today in this session we are going to deal with Unit 2, that is cybercrime and the cyber law. Myself, Indu J, Faculty of Computer Science Department, Vidhyaashram First Grade College, the Temple of Excellence, MYSURU. Let's see what all we are going to discuss in this particular session. As the topic says, cybercrime and cyber law. What all the different types of cybercrime we have and how to overcome from, and what all the laws we have for avoiding such cyber crimes, that we are going to discuss in today's session. Okay, first we have to consider, or we have to know what is a cybercrime. So let's have a definition for the cybercrime. Cybercrime refers to an illegal activity conducted in the cyberspace. All of you know what is cyberspace. Anything that happens over the internet, we refer that as a cyberspace. Any activity that is on using the internet, that is cyberspace. So we are concentrating here what? In the crime is what? Any illegal activity is considered as crime. That illegal activity that is happening on the cyberspace is considered to be a cyber crime. Then it is targeting whom? It is targeting a computer system, network, or individual, or financial gain or dispute. These are all the targets where cybercrime happens. Cybercrime can be defined as the illegal usage of any communication device to commit or facilitate in committing any illegal act. That is a formal definition for the cybercrime. Cybercrime can be classified into various categories based on the nature of offense. As different offenses are there, depending on that, cybercrime has been classified into different categories. So some of the cybercrime classification are hacking and unauthorized access, malware and a ransomware attack means putting some softwares into the system and getting the information, and identity theft, taking out identity of some individual, that is called as identity theft, online frauds and scam, much more too. For the financial benefits, they are doing online frauds and scams, cyberbullying and online harassment using hash words, stalking and demotivating someone, that all comes under cyberbullying. And then the online harassment, data breaches, and then the data theft, changing the data over the internet and getting the data without their consent, is all comes under data theft and data breaching. Apart from that, we have a phishing attacks, distributed denial of service attacks, intellectual property attack, and then cyber stalking, online child exploitation. These are some of the most more cybercrime what is happening. Let's classify. We are classified depending on 4 criteria. Cybercrime against the individual, cybercrime against the property, cybercrime against the organization, and cybercrime against the government. What falls under the individual? Individual, what falls is email snooping, cheating, frauds, identity theft, all falls under the cybercrime against individual. When it comes to the individual property, property is not only the land or something, device. Here in the cyberspace, every device, a computer, laptop, your iPad, your phone, everything is considered as property because it belongs to someone particular individual, right? So that is also a property. Intellectual property also there, the crime against any devices, that can be the stealing the device or something like that, and transmitting virus to the devices, that falls under the cybercrime against the properties, individuals' property, against the organization, targeting to any organization, leaking the sensitive data of that particular organization, that falls under the cybercrime against the organization, like terrorism against the government organization, unauthorized providing unauthorized information to the other companies, like tenders and all, tender information are providing to the other companies, like that. Cybercrime against the government, again it falls under the criminal activities like terrorism, and then cracking of military maintained secret data. That all falls under cybercrime against the government. These are basic different types of cybercrime classified. Many things falls under this. Let's see one by one what many things falls here. Here, cybercrime against the individual. In cybercrime against the individual, first thing is what we are coming across with is cyberbullying. Bullying means what? Teasing someone. How you are doing teasing in the school, colleges, it will happen the same way it will happen in the cyberspace also. That's why I call it is bullying. Using harsh word, using demotivating words so that they demotivate themselves, lose their confidence. That all happens using the cyberbullying. Online harassment, using the bad word for the individual or for the organization, and tampering their image. That all comes under the online harassment. And cyber stalking, what you meant by stalking? Stalking is nothing but tracking the individual or the organization everyday details, every day what they are doing, how they are doing, where they are reaching. Stalking, each and every minute detail will be collected. That is called as stalking. Here, that is done by using the cyberspace, done in the cyberspace. That is called as cyber stalking. Stalking individual or organization, tracking everyday activity of the individual. Online defamation. Defamation means spreading false news about the organization or the individual. We are talking about the individual, right? So spreading false news about the individual, like that. So that is called as online defamation. Then cybercrime in financial cybercrime. What comes in the financial cybercrime? Phishing, credit card fraud, online banking, investment scams. These all falls under the cybercrime. First point is phishing. Phishing means tricking someone to enclose or disclose their personal data or their credential, financial credential, something like that. That is called as phishing. There are different types of phishing. We'll see as we move with the syllabus. Then credit fraud, using someone else's credit card with hacking their credentials. That is a credit card fraud. And then online banking fraud, taking the online bank user ID and passwords and OTPs by calling you, by saying some random reasons, right? Like that, online banking fraud can be done, and transmitting all the amount whatever you have in your bank account, that will be transferred to someone else's account without knowing you. That is called as online investment scam. Investment scams are nothing but doubling the amount. You invest this much, after this particular time duration will give you this much amount of money, which is 10 times more or 50 times more than that what you have invested, like that. Investment scams, that all comes under the financial cybercrime. Next type of cybercrime is cybercrime against the properties. Here we consider every device is also on a property. So hacking a particular device is also on a one type of cybercrime. Hacking with their credential, password. Whenever you are using your mobile, you will be having your finger login or the passwords, screen login password, like that. Hacking those is also called as one type of crime against the property. Distributed denial of services means giving more traffic on that particular time so that the service will be distributed among different things and is not getting to know which service has been requested by whom. That is distributed denial of service. Data theft, taking someone's data without their concern, without their knowledge, comes under cybercrime against the property. Intellectual property, what do you mean by intellectual property? Means very sensitive data, means someone is having the copyrights, someone is having the patent rights of particular product or the particular company. Those data can be stolen by someone. That is stealing someone intellectual property. So that all comes under the cybercrime against property. Cybercrime against the government and organization. That cyber espionage means spying on someone, spying on some other government. That how we are spying, not physically going and spying. We can do the spy using the cyberspace, that is called as espionage. And cyber terrorism, cyber means internet has been used in many terrorist activity. That is also comes under cyber terrorism, like encryption, decryption of the codes, what they are used to communicate. They are used to communicate like email messages or something, SMS. They terrorists communicate among themselves using the cyberspace. That is called cyber terrorism. And data breaching, changing the content of the data so that that the other person will get the false information. That is also called as cybercrime against the government. Then what we have in sexual exploitation and child abuse. The next type of cybercrime what we have is sexual abusement and then the child exploitation. What do you mean by child exploitation? Involving the minors in the crime that happen on the cyberspace. That is called as child exploitation, by willingly or by unwillingly, by modifying or mentoring them to do such things. Then revenge prone. Revenge prone means uploading someone videos, someone photos without their consent, without their knowledge. How child will be know which is good and which is bad until unless we teach them? So child will not be knowing. So it is called as revenge prone. What to upload, where to upload, and what type of content to be read, that all falls under the revenge prone. Cybercrime against the privacy. Privacy means individual privacy. It may be for the organization, government, or for the individual. Cybercrime, identity theft. What do you mean by identity theft? You are creating one profile in the social network. What you are doing, you are putting someone else's photo, and someone who sees your profile, he'll be saying that that photo belongs to this particular individual. You are stealing the individuality of the person. That is called as identity theft. Spyware and adware. Spyware is for spying someone to get the details of someone's. This spyware is used. This is also on a software. Where comes this is on a software which is used for specific purposes. Software used for spying is called a spyware, and the software used for providing the unnecessary ads which is not relevant to the individual or the organization. Simply they are posting those ads to manipulate the individual. That is called as adwares. And then social engineering attack, as we have discussed, social phishing. That is one of the most thing what we are using, acting as some good fellow and communicating with some other to fetch the all the data. Working in XYZ company and someone is working in ABCD company. ABCD company wants to fetch the data of internal data of the XYZ company. Means what it will do? He'll go and make the friendship of that XYZ company, and in the friendship that person will tells the detailed information, and that will be used by some ABCD company like that. That is called as phishing. Okay, this phishing can be done on physical basis or by you sending the SMS or sending the video messages or sending the voice messages, like different types of phishings we have. Okay, this comes under social engineering attack. Communicating with individuals or the group of individuals socially or on the social network. Okay, then ransomware and the malware attacks. What you mean by malware? Some software which is malicious software which causes some leakage of data. So these malwares and ransomware includes virus, trojans, worms, and then the ransomware. What is virus? Malicious code that can replicate and infect the system. Once you have a virus in your system that replicate itself and it will be infected, your system will be infected, that is called, so that the attacker can make use of it. Then trojans, a defective software that appears legitimate but has a malicious intentions. Means what? It is there. You think it's not creating any problem for me, why should I bother about that? Like that you will think. So that this is a defective software that appears legitimate. Let it be. You feel that let it be. What happens? Nothing will happen. But it causes the attacker to access your credentials or your informations like that. Worms, self-replicating malware that spreads across the network. Worms are nothing but self-replicating softwares. Once you delete that software, also it's not able to delete completely. It keep on repeating itself. That is called as worms. And ransomwares are software that used to lock your screen or to lock your data or encrypt your data. So those type of softwares are called as ransomware. Okay, these are all malwares and ransomware attack. Apart from that, we have some common cyber crime. What all some common cyber crime happening nowadays? Common cyber crime composes a range of illegal activities conducted in the digital real time, and these crimes often exploit the vulnerability in the technology. Why this crime can be happen? Because there is a vulnerability in computer technology or in the software technology, and the internet to harm the individual. They are using this particular criminal activities or illegal activities to harm the individual or to the organization or to the society as a whole. This some of the most common cyber crimes include, what is a common cyber crime or the common cyber criminals we have is the social engineering attack. So communicating through the social network, you feel that he is a friend, you can share everything, you will share your personal detail, emotional detail, and you will be get emotionally attached to the person like that, and he'll make use of such things. That is called as the social engineering. Then, and the spear phishing. Spear phishing means targeting to the particular organization to harm or to demotivate or degrade the image that has in the society. That is called as the spear phishing. Then the hacker, what the hacker will do? Hacker will hack the data sitting somewhere and accessing someone else's data without their knowledge. That is called as hackers. And then the rogue employee is nothing but working in the company, but he is not loyal to the company. He is giving all the internal information of that company to someone else. That is called as rogue employee. And then the ransom artist. Ransom artist nothing but they encrypt your data, and they'll to decrypt that particular data, they'll ask some ransoms, they ask some money. These are all some of the common cyber criminals that is working over the internet or over the cyber space. Next, what we have is malware infection. What are the different types of malware infections we have? These are all computer cybercrime targeting for computer and then the mobile. We have discussed about the categories common. Now we are discussing only such type of cybercrime which is targeting particular device, computer or the mobile devices. So malware infections, as I told you, malware is nothing but some malicious softwares that will be installed in your computer without your knowledge, so that the attacker or the hacker can make use of it. So viruses, we have already discussed what is virus, trojan and worms. A ransomware attack. In the ransomware attack we have two categories: encryption ransomware and screen locking ransomware. Encryption means if you have a data hello, this hello data will be encrypted like this. Who will going to understand this is a hello? Like this is called as encryption, right? Someone will encrypt your data that is coming from your SMS or from your email. Any data can be encrypted. To decrypt again back as hello, they'll asking some money. That is called as encryption ransomware. And screen locking ransomware. If you have a password to your phone or for your system, this password is hacked by the someone, and they may change that password, and whenever you want to log into your own system, it says insufficient credentials like that. If you want to go through with what is a new password or something like that, that person who has locked your screen, who has hacked your password, will be asking some money. You are not able to log in your own system only. That is called a screen locking ransom. If you pay some money for that particular attacker, they'll again delock the system or delock the screen, and that is ransomware attack. And phishing attack, as I told you, there are different types of phishing attacks, that is spear phishing and smishing. Spear phishing is particular individual, concentrating on particular individual or the particular organization. Only for that organization or individual you are sending the SMSs, email, friends request or something like that. That is called as spear phishing. And SMS phishing means smishing is SMS phishing, means sending the randomly SMS, not targeting to any individual or the organization. You are randomly or you are distributing the SMS. If someone accept those links, someone accept that is a true SMS or a true message what has been delivered to him, then he'll click on that link, then he'll fall under phishing. That is nothing but smishing. Phishing through the SMSs or sending messages, that is called as smishing. Apart from that, what we have is hacking and unauthorized access. Hacking means hacking the password. It may be the password of your system, password of your ATM, or password of your UPI banking transaction, internet banking, any password. Password hacking, brute force attack. If once you are not able to do the password hacking, keep on repeating the attempt to hack the particular password, that is called as brute force attacks. And credential stuffing, taking your credential, it may be the bank credential or it may be your login credential, any credential, taking the credential without the individual knowledge, without the owner's knowledge, is called as a credential stuffing. Spywares and the adware. Spywares means having a spy camera on someone and tracking their activities on particular environment, that is called as spyware. And then the adware, randomly sending the unwanted or unnecessary ads which is not relevant to the individual and forcing or manipulating the individual to click on or watch such ads that will impact on the brain. If you say again and again the same things, brain feels that it is true, like that. That is a logic behind adverse. Then the mobile device theft or the loss. What happens when that stolen mobile device will be used by someone else, by the attackers, to do some illegal activity using your mobile or using a stolen mobile, that is unauthorized access to the stolen devices. And the remote data wiping. If attacker's device has been caught by someone, by sitting somewhere else, he can remove all the data that is present in that particular device. That is nothing but remote data wiping, sitting somewhere and erasing all the data of particular device using the MAC addresses or IP address of that particular device. That is falls under mobile device theft and loss. Apart from that, what we have is cybercrime in the computer and in the mobile devices. We have mobile app malware. Some applications are there which acts as a malware. So malicious application and spy application. What happens? Every application is free, let's download. No, that should not be done. Some malicious applications will be there that leads to the data loss of your own system. And then Wi-Fi and a Bluetooth exploitation. In Wi-Fi and Bluetooth exploitation, we have Wi-Fi hacking and the Bluetooth attacks. What you have meant by Wi-Fi? Wi-Fi means it is connected to one particular area. If this Wi-Fi has been hacked by the hacker, all the devices connected with that particular Wi-Fi, the content of those devices, data that is there in those devices can be hacked by the, can be taken by the hacker. That is hacking the complete Wi-Fi. Instead of hacking each individual device, he'll hack the complete Wi-Fi. All the devices falls under that particular Wi-Fi connection will be having open access for the attacker. Then Bluetooth attacks. In some days ago, in some days, previous days, simply Bluetooth will be paired without your knowledge, without your consent. The Bluetooth will be paired to some other devices. Once we are pairing unnecessary devices with the Bluetooth, then the attacker is able to access the data which is paired to his particular Bluetooth. That is Bluetooth attack. SIM card cloning means if you have one 10-digit SIM card, the SIM will be cloned by the attacker, or the will be used in the illegal activities, such that the all the activity, whatever criminal activity they have done, that falls on you. That is SIM card cloning, the particular SIM card. Nowadays they have provided the security by attaching the Aadhaar updates on that and everything online. So this is very less nowadays. Then mobile banking and payment app fraud. Obviously, you know, now payment apps, there are different types of payments apps which is not much secure. If you are using such type of payment apps, they can steal your credentials. Using the mobile banking credentials, they can access or they can fetch your all the amount that is present in your bank account will be transferred to someone else's bank account. That is mobile banking and payment fraud. Apart from this, what is this complete thing? What we are trying to say is cybercrime targeting the computer and mobile devices can lead to the data breach, financial loss, privacy violations and significant disputes. So By doing all this type of attacks, what is the main motto of the attacker is to have the data breach. You fall with the data breach, or you fall with the financial loss, privacy violations, and then the significant disputes. You can track in some illegal activity. That all thing will be happen using this particular types of attacks. Next, what we have is cybercrime against the woman and child. Very important. Anything against the woman and child, it is very sensitive thing. So cybercrime against the woman and child are the significant concern in the digital age, as they often involves harassment, man harassment or the child harassment, exploitation, and a harm of vulnerable individual, harm to the particular individual. They can go to up to the extent of suicide. That much serious this thing can go. So cybercrime against the woman. What are the different type of cybercrime against the woman that is happening? Cybercrime against the woman involves the use of computer technology to access the personal information, harass and exploit the woman through the online platform, causing the mental and emotional distress. By giving them stress, by blackmailing them, like that, they can up to go to the level of taking their own life. Okay, so these are all some of the cybercrime that is happening against the woman. Cyberbullying and online harassment, we have already discussed what is cyberbullying and online harassment. Particular targeting to one particular woman or one particular individual or children is called as that falls under cybercrime against the woman. Cyberbullying and online harassment. Revenge prone means without the particular consent, particular individual consent, you are posting the photos, video which is there on her particular own system, which she has kept for herself. Without their consent, you are posting it in the social media or somewhere in the making it viral. That is called as revenge prone. And then the cyber stalking. Stalking means tracking the individual detail, individual woman details, targeting to one woman and stalking that particular woman, where she go, what she does, what all there, what she, everything, what she do means everything, each and every minute detail will be tracked. That is called cyber stalking. And then online defamation, spreading the false news for particular individual or particular woman without their knowledge. That is called as online defamation. Phishing and identity theft, you can do the identity theft of that individual or that woman, and you can do phishing and act as a friend and transfer all the sensitive information to the others. And online grooming, online grooming means what? You act as a friend to someone, they believe the particular attacker or particular criminal as a friend, they involve emotionally with them. Sentimental and emotional involvement will be there. Once they have sentimental and emotional involvement and trust on that particular individual, they act according to the person who changes the individual. That is nothing but the cyber grooming. Grooming means what? A friend who is making the other targeted fellow to act according to him. That is nothing but online grooming. So to overcome from any type of the error, our government, Indian Penal Code, had different laws to avoid such crime. That is, Indian Penal Code IPC includes the sections such as 354A, 354C and 354D, which addresses the offense related to the sexual harassment, privacy violation and online harassment against the woman. If any such criminal activities happens to the individual, they can go to the court and file these laws against the attacker. The Information Technology Act, according to 2000 IT Act, also we have some session relevant to the same. Relevant sessions like 66C, 66E and 67A. This all addresses the cybercrime against the woman. And then cybercrime against the child. Cybercrimes such as child exploitation, cyberbullying, positioning of the child, pornography, exposure of harmful content and many more. So in child, This is child pornography and the exposure for harmful content. As I told you, child doesn't know which is a good content, which is a bad content. Simply giving all the contents to the child is not the good thing. That will impact on his mental growth or mental health. That is considered to be a major criminal act when it comes to the child. According to the NCRB, National Crime Reporting Board, NCRB stands for what? National Crime Reporting Board data. The top 5 states reporting the cybercrime against the children's are: one is Uttar Pradesh, second place we have Karnataka, third place Maharashtra, and fourth place is Kerala, fifth place is Odisha. These are all the top 5 states where this cybercrime against the children are more. Okay. And the effective measure to stop the child abuse are included in the Protection of the Child from the Sexual Offense, PROSCO Act, or might have you heard PROSCO Act. It will be used to avoid such criminal activities against the children. What are the different types of cybercrime activities that happens with the children are: child exploitation, online grooming, cyberbullying, cyber stalking, inappropriate content exposure, and privacy invasion. So changing the particular person's detail, that is called as privacy invasion. Inappropriate content exposure. Child should have exposure to only the good contents where he or she can learn something good, which makes use of internet, right? The child should not learn something bad, that is inappropriate content exposure. We are giving such contents to the child which is not appropriate for the child's mental growth, that is inappropriate content. Apart from that, we have already discussed cyber stalking. What is cyber stalking? Here the children are involved. Instead of woman or the individual, we are concentrating much on the children. Children for cyber stalking, bullying and grooming, and cyber exploitation. Next, moving on to the cybercrime against the children. What all we have to do to avoid such cyber crimes against the children? So preventive and the protective measures, especially when it comes to the children. First and foremost thing, we have to educate the children about the good things and then the bad things that is happening over the cyberspace. First, we have to educate the children. Which is good, which is bad, which has to be done, which has not to be done. Then parental control. All the parents of the children have their parental control and should have a eye on what children is watching and what not is watching. If it is watching, we should control such, we should avoid or we should delete or we should block such type of applications or video contents or the website itself. We can block the websites. Then secure online behavior. We should teach how to have a secure online behavior. Simply we should not post each and every detail, what we are doing, what we are eating, what we are doing at this particular time, what is my next day schedule. Everything we cannot post, right? So how to behave online, secure online behavior we should teach to the childrens. Then reporting. Any such bad things happens or anything comes to the children online, the children should report to the parents. As a parent should report to the police or to the law. The reporting is many very essential thing when we are dealing with the children. If they are simply seeing without understanding or without reporting what it is and why it is, that again affect on them. So reporting is also very important. You have to convince the child whatever it is there, they are secure with the parents and they can share each and everything with the parents. So then only they'll report any such thing happens to them to the parents. If not, they'll simply suffer and then simply keep quiet. Then if anything bad happens, any cybercrime happens against the children, you should get the legal support. You should not hesitate to go to the legal support or taking to the legal support. These are some of the preventive or protection measure when it comes to the cybercrime against the children. Next topic what we have is financial frauds. In what all types, what all methods they are using to have a financial frauds. These often involve some manipulation, misrepresentation or abuse of the trust for the personal gain. What they do, they get the trust and they break the trust, that is abuse of the trust. Here are some common types of financial frauds. What are different types of financial frauds are identity theft. Identity means taking a bank account number of someone and someone is going to withdraw the money. So that is identity theft. Credit card frauds, using someone else's credit card for their transactions. Banking frauds, investment scams. That's what we have discussed. Investment scam is what? Yes, exactly. They asking to double the money. Give 50 rupees, in 2 days I'll double, I'll give 500 rupees, like that. Asking doubling scams. And then Ponzi scheme. Ponzi schemes are nothing but they are asking to invest on some scheme, saying that this scheme is running very good nowadays, it will give you good returns. Okay, you can ask your family members or your friends also to invest in this. That is called as Ponzi scheme. And pyramid scheme. Pyramid schemes means what? Connecting one customer, connecting to the other customers. You building your own group, you are building your own pyramids of workers, joining others scheme by giving some good offers, like that. Okay, that is, if you get some customer from your account, will give the pyramid, will give the level lower to him, so that you can access the advantage whatever you are getting, or 30% of commission. If you get some new customer to us, you will get 30% of commission, like that. That is pyramid scheme. And insurance fraud, or fake insurance companies asking you to pay the insurance premium every month and every year. Again, it is a fake insurance company, that is a insurance fraud. And mortgage, keeping some gold or some vehicles, mortgaging to the particular person, and that person will run away. That is a mortgage fraud. And charity fraud. Charity fraud, we are running one NGO. You can donate for them, you can help for them, like that. They'll come and approach, they'll post some ads over the social media or social networking. They'll give some bank account numbers also to transfer the money. So that all comes under the charity frauds. This all we have discussed is different type of criminal cyber crimes that is happening on the internet nowadays, or on the cyberspace nowadays. Thank you.